Here, Alro Steel, and joining us now is Chairman and CEO Randy Glick and Executive Assistant Rebecca Armstrong. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Well, you know, it's not me. It's a team of people over a real long time. So, but thank you. Before we get started, I brought you guys a gift.
Ah, nice.
A bobblehead of my father
Love it.
with his famous tagline at the end, "Whatever it takes," is on the back, and it was customized. They're all hand painted, and it even has his little white shoes with a Velcro on it. So.
That will go great here.
That's for the green room, or however you guys want to do it.
We'll put it in the green room for sure.
And he does answer questions when you ask.
And I'll be using my Glick ball markers all golf season.
Well, there you go.
So looking forward to it once we get some warm weather. So 75 years. I wanted to ask you, what were some of your early memories of Alro?
I wasn't here at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not that old. Whoops, excuse me. You know, my earliest memories was I went to work with my father on the weekends when I was 4 or 5 years old. We have pictures of me where I'm out in the warehouse with a saw and things like that, where I'm 4 or 5 years old. And I would always joke to my father, "What poor parenting that you let a kid out in the shop." But I do still have all my fingers, so. But that's some of my early memories, and you've got some neat pictures here I see popping up there. That's at the baseball field for my grandfather there when that was, geez, that has to be 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, as we all know, Al Glick passed away just over a year ago, and it was at the culmination of an incredible career founding Alro with his brother Robert 75 years ago, and Al served as chairman for almost a whole year.
Yeah, 70, let's say 74 years.
Yeah,
I think. So, you know, he was about 20 years old when he got started, and when you pass away at 95, the math kind of works out there.
Yeah.
And now over 75 locations in 15 different states. I mean, just an amazing company.
Well, thank you. That's you know, it takes a lot of great people, and you know, I'm not pulling any orders today, so we have a lot of people around the country working really hard, doing great things. So,
Rebecca worked very closely with Al for so many years. You were his executive assistant, and I think you were his advisor, and you did so much for him personally and professionally. What do you miss most about Al?
Well, it took a team. Melissa and I tag teamed to try to take care of everything that he needed. But, you know, I was like a kid when I started working for him. And I started thinking back about it after he passed away, and I thought, he was like 65 when I started working for him, when most people are starting to retire. And so, but he was just gung-ho, full force, you know, really worked hard. And he taught me so many just life lessons about customer service and things that you should expect in your own life when you are dealing with people in the community and banking and different things, and just to work hard, of course, and just so many great lessons, and we miss him a lot.
You know, at the dedication of the Al Glick Athletic Training Facility at Jackson High last year, I think everyone felt this, and I heard several people say it. Oh, I wish Al had been able to live long enough to see this day, but he did. He got to see it under construction, and he participated in the build and design.
Yes, he was. You know, even the last month of his life, when things weren't going well, I took him pictures of the building when they had the roof finished, and you know, he was so excited. And you know, the whole thing of that was he was so excited with how the community invested in the public schools with that large millage of the $80-some million that he just wanted to you know, give them that final piece that they didn't really want to ask the taxpayers for, and so he was thrilled to be able to help.
Last week, Mayor Daniel Mahoney presented your family the key to the city, In
We
fact,
haven't got it yet, but we weren't here.
It's in the
But,
mail.
It's in the mail.
We have a clip from that speech. Let's take a look.
The second key will be given out at another time. I said for it to be the first year, I wanted to do two. Like I said, I gave two names. The first we just presented. The second was for someone posthumously. Is that the right word? I can't think of that. Is that the right posthumously? Thank you. I won't elaborate too much because if you know the story and you know the work of this individual, then you know that their impact and their love for this community runs deep. And we will be presenting the next key to Mr. Al Glick's family in his absence. And the family sends their thanks already, but they are out of town, and they were adamant about saying, no, we want to accept that ourselves. And we got plans to, myself and the city manager will be going over to Alro still next week or the end of next week sometime to present that to them. But he just poured, yeah. To have individuals like a Mr. Al Glick, like Pastor Hines in the city of Jackson is what makes our community work. Those individuals, as well as many more, deserve to have the flowers given to them while they can still smell them.
Very nice.
That's nice, yes. It's, although I don't really like accepting things from my father. I wish he was here, or I wish, but it is wonderful, the city, to think about those things, and it's just sad he's not here to get those, but thank you.
Yeah, of course, with your father and the whole company, the history of generosity and philanthropy is just unmatched, and it's just amazing. How do you remember kind of when you were younger how that started, and was that always a part of your lives?
Oh my, my family, going back to my grandfather Lewis, has always done things to help people. A lot of them are hidden. People don't know they're going on. It's individuals. It was, helping businesses back 80 years ago. My grandfather came to Jackson 107 years ago now. And so we help a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Although nowadays when the projects get bigger and bigger and they put your names on things, people notice. Yeah. But it's just helping people, and if you can trust people, why not help them? And helping the community helps businesses grow, it employs people, it helps everybody. Yeah. So we're just glad we're able to do it.
Yeah.
It was I think about 10, 12 years ago that Al was named Citizen of the Year, and I know, like you just said, humble about accepting awards, and I know he didn't like that spotlight. But we do have a clip of when he was accepting this award.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
He actually went to do one. Okay.
Let's take a look.
He took a lot of the comments that I wanted to make, but first I want to thank Dan Evans for nominating me, and also the Citizen Vet for this award. But she mentioned my father, and really any recognition that I get should be a family recognition. My father came to Jackson a little bit after the consumers started here. He came to Jackson in 1916, and so our family, the Glick family, has been in Jackson for 96 years. I also want to add that Rebecca Armstrong and Melissa Crowley have helped considerably on anything that our foundations have done, and I want to thank both of them. They've done a great job, and other Alro people that are here include Mark Allier, Dave Schmidt, Steve Layton, Leo Hollenbeck, and if I missed any others, please all stand. The last thing I'd like to say is about the turtle that was up on top of post. Somebody said, how'd that turtle get on top of that post? Well, he didn't get there by himself. Thank you very much.
Very good, very good. You know, one of my favorite things about your father was that he applied to be the football coach at the University of Michigan once. True or false?
Well, it was a joke
Yes.
with him and Lloyd Carr. We do have some letters where he applied and then Lloyd responded, and I would have to read the whole letter, but it said something about Mr. Schembechler's influence on my father may not qualify him for the job when Lloyd Carr was the coach. But it was just they were bantering back and forth, and
it's funny.
We have the letters.
Yep, we
Oh,
still
yeah.
have the letters.
So, and we actually found his resume recently.
Yeah.
Lloyd was cleaning some papers out at his house and found the resume that went along with
Oh.
it. Well, we didn't have the resume.
Right.
That's funny.
So
the actual resume
yeah.
went along with.
Right.
He had some great letters.
So,
I know
yeah.
he's got the shrine to Michigan and Jackson sports in his office.
Yeah.
And of course, football, not just Michigan, but youth football, big part of Al's interests. And
Yeah.
Rebecca, you worked closely with Al on the Al Glick Youth Football Camp.
Yes.
That was awesome. We've had 3 years
Yes.
of that.
Yep.
And this year, number 4.
Number 4, yep, on June 17th, and it'll be down at Withington Stadium again. Can expect a great camp. We hope we have several hundred kids come out again. We'll have some NCAA current players there to help coach them, and former players. We'll have special guests like we normally do, and we'll open registration here in a few weeks, and best place to kind of find out how to do that is on our Facebook page.
I'm always a big fan of your special guests, and what's cool is a lot of the I think we talk about this every year. Some of the kids don't know who some of the old greats are,
Right.
but the fathers and mothers and grandfathers are in awe.
Yes, last year with Charles Woodson there, the kids had no clue. The dads were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Charles is a neat guy, and things worked out last year. He was able to join us. So
And he spent quite a lot of time, as
He did.
has Jim Harbaugh in past years, and you have a really, I think, close connection with Michigan sports, obviously, but the athletes, the coaches, they really care a lot about the family and Al and,
Yes.
and Alro.
They
They
sure
love
do.
coming
Yep.
over here.
yeah, with we coordinating all those people, getting their schedules to the date that works for us. It's always a challenge, but Yeah.
It's got to be pretty cool when at least when Bart and I are around the camp or around some of these events talking to the people. They would be nowhere else. They want to be there for Al, which is cool.
yes, they did, and even talking about these bobbleheads, these are all numbered,
Okay.
and so there was a few of them when we got them. Charles, I gave him number 2.
Nice. That's
So
right.
number 1's sitting on my dad's desk,
Very cool.
and Charles has number 2. So, and there's a few other of our athletic friends
Yeah.
that we matched up their jersey numbers and got them the thing. So.
Well, we've got Alro right here. This tabletop was
Our plastics
created.
people did this years ago for you.
Next day
Yes.
delivery, I believe,
Yeah.
as well, too, which you guys are known for.
also the metal sculptures of our logo on the walls
Yeah.
here at JTV, and everyone can benefit from that. You've got Alro Metals Plus, and retail. You've got a lot of retail products.
Yes, and all of our businesses, and Jackson people don't always know all the things that we do. They see our buildings here. They see our retail, our metals outlet over on Wisner Street. We have our industrial supplies here in Jackson, and obviously our plastics people are based here. But we have 25 of the retail locations around the country. Our plastics people have 6 locations. Industrial supplies have 3. And then there's a whole bunch of them that are the large metals locations like we have here in Jackson. So
What is this we're looking at, Andy?
that is a racking system. That's very typical in a lot of our buildings. They, by mistake, just happen to have blue and yellow racks.
Yeah, right.
And so all our new buildings all look very much alike, so I can't tell you where that is. But that's just a standard racking system that we have in our warehouses. So, it's... our world is we have a lot of high-tech equipment that we do first step processing for our customers, and you know, the world of manufacturing is busy right now. Manufacturing's cool. Steel is cool. You know, a lot of people think manufacturing is dirty old, dingy buildings, and that's not what manufacturing looks like nowadays. So,
well, you guys brought along a video, and let's take a look. And I think it shows a little bit what new manufacturing looks like.
okay.
That's really cool. America's #1. And really, to have it right here in Jackson, I think a lot of us forget, you know, all the claims to fame that we have here as a community, and certainly Alro is one of them. Not only your philanthropy and your generosity as a company and family, but your major impact in the economy and the lifeblood of our community. 3,000 employees at Alro.
Yeah, around the country, it's over 3,000. Yes.
It's amazing.
Like I said, I'm not doing the work. Those folks are. So,
The camp, the date is scheduled for this year.
It is June 17th.
Cool.
They'll be here before we know it.
Rebecca, we've had beautiful weather every single camp.
We have. We have been fortunate.
Perfect weather. So this is great. So the camp, you don't want to miss this. I mean, like I said earlier, every kid that attends, every even parent that's there, just the energy and smiles and emotions that they're getting to participate with. Division I athletes, NFL players, it's amazing. What else do the kids get to experience?
Well, I want you to know that it's open to all Jackson County kids.
Yep.
It's at Jackson High because they have a good facility that's, you know, centrally located for everybody to get to. But we try to get kids from every school. And I look at registration, and if there's kids not coming from a certain school, I'm trying to hunt someone down there to start signing kids up. So we hire somebody out of Legacy in Brighton that's extremely talented, and he comes in and actually, you know, puts on football camp. He brings a lot of his staff with him. So they're getting really quality instruction, and they're going to get some food when they get there, and they're going to get some food when they get ready to leave, and some goodies, t-shirt, and that kind of stuff.
We'll be there. We'll look forward to seeing you both there. And thanks so much for coming in today.
well, thank you for having us. Enjoy
We will.
Yes,
the chief there.
we appreciate that. The chairman and CEO of Alro, Randy Glick, along with executive assistant Rebecca Armstrong. Stay tuned. More of the morning show after this.